Welcome to Rigby, Idaho. So if you're thinking about moving to Idaho Falls, but you don't want to actually live in Idaho Falls, Rigby is a really great small town, just 15 to 20 minutes north of Idaho Falls. It's got everything you need from grocery stores, doctors, restaurants. It is smaller. There is a population of about 5,000 people. 5,000 to 6,000 people and growing. More people are moving here, but it's more rural and you can definitely have more space to breathe, but you got this really cute downtown. So in this video, we're gonna show the main street, a couple neighborhoods, the lake right here in town, as well as my favorite playground for the kids and park to have a barbecue, reunion, etc. So without further ado, let's go! If you're new to my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Idaho Falls and the surrounding areas, I'm talking the good, the bad, the weird, the fun, the weather, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and you'll be the first to know about all things happening in life in Idaho Falls. My name is Annika Wilder and I receive calls, texts, emails, Zooms from people just like you wanting to relocate to Idaho Falls or the surrounding areas. So if you're looking to move next week or next year, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and I'll be happy to help. All right, guys, let's start with this downtown Rigby area. I'm driving down on Main Street. We just passed Little Mikey's Barbecue, which is really good barbecue if you're into that. Here's Papa Kelsey's Subs and Pizza. Then we've got the Caramel Tree, which is, oh my goodness, really good caramels, caramel apples, and other treats. We've got some franchises like Maverick. We'll pass a Domino's. Well, they have Little Caesars Pizza. There's a Wendy's. There's an Arby's. So there's a few franchises, but a lot of Rigby is local restaurants or businesses. And there's some historic buildings, which we've passed, that have been repurposed with new buildings. And then there's newer buildings here as well. So there's a good mix. Now, a lot of people that are moving to eastern Idaho want this small town feel. And Idaho Falls has, 60, going on 70,000 people in just Idaho Falls, and then more with Ammon. So all of Bonneville County are over 100,000 people. It's growing. It's amazing. But if you're looking for something just even smaller, Rigby is a really great option because it is its own actual town. It's a city with its own elementary schools, middle schools, high school, but it has this very small town feel, and yet it's only 15 to 25 minutes away from all the other major amenities like Costco, Walmart, the movie theaters, and other things like that. But then Rigby has things to offer that Idaho Falls doesn't have. Like, you can almost walk to Rigby Lake depending on where you live. And so there's just these really cute things that this little town has to offer. Now, I did record this video back in July 2023. So some of these things have been updated and changed, like this cute little Miss Powell's building. She makes amazing cinnamon rolls, but that location is no longer in Rigby. That is a different restaurant now. And Miss Powell's is still available in Idaho Falls, as far as I know. In this cute shop, there is ice cream, and I'll have to show you the inside because it is just so darling. It's got Reed's Dairy ice cream. It's got an old-fashioned black and white checkered floor. It's just like a really great place to get some ice cream that I don't think a ton of people know is here because the outside says Idaho Drug because it's right next door to a local convenience store / pharmacy. If you're wondering, Rigby, Idaho does have a grocery store. It's Brolim's. And I think it's worth mentioning, so Brolim's is also in Idaho Falls, it's also in Rexburg, but I think it's also worth mentioning that Brolim's has the best donuts. This might be controversial because we have a lot of donut shops, but in my opinion, Brolim's Bakery has the best donuts in town. So if you need a good donut, go to Brolim's. Next, let's check out some of these housing options, the cute neighborhoods around Rigby. Where I'm driving right now is directly across from that Brolim's that I was just talking about. So these cute little historic homes are right
in the walkable distance of downtown Main Street, Rigby. And so if you're looking for something in around the $300,000 price range that's walkable to a cute town, this area there are a lot of houses, hundreds, maybe thousands of these old historic houses right in this area for the next several blocks. So I'm going to drive down here just to give you an idea of these beautiful, cute historic homes. Some have been completely revamped on the inside. In fact, I just toured a home that was 124 years old just the other day with some clients, and it had been completely remodeled. So you got the character of a 100-year-old home, but with brand new appliances and carpet and paint, and it looked new and modern on the inside, but in the historic district of Rigby, which I thought was just super cool. And so now I am driving on the road that leads us to Rigby Lake. So that's up next. And then if you stay till the end, I will show you my favorite park that I take my kids to, and then my favorite neighborhood as well that has my dream home in it because it's surrounded by mature trees. There's some acreage, big houses, and you're right by the lake. This area is a lot of newer developments with doctor's offices, orthodontist offices, and dentist offices. And then as I'm passing this area right here, it used to be Squealers. It's no longer open. Back behind there is the RV park. And then fun fact, this castle here used to be a haunted house and they turned it into an apartment, and I used to live there my first year living in Rigby. So just a little fun fact for you. Now, this road is notorious for signs that say, keep this agricultural, keep Rigby small. These are, people have been here for a long time, and they have alfalfa fields and they have cows out in this area. So it's getting more rural as I drive closer to the lake, which is coming up right at the end of this road.
All right, we might not have the ocean, but we sure as heck have beaches. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite spots right here in Rigby, Idaho, where there is a beach. It's a small lake called Jefferson Lake, but the locals call it Rigby Lake, so keep that in mind. And it is the perfect place for the kiddos and your family to watch the fireworks for 4th of July weekend, which happens to be this weekend, and that's why it's so packed right now, but also to just come and swim, play in the sand, and cool off. You could paddleboard. This is one of the little lakes that I see people swimming in the morning. It's just a really, really great spot. So without further ado, let's go.
I absolutely love this lake so much because I have little kids and it's super shallow right here on the beach, so they can play in the sand, build their sand castles, and I'm not worried about them getting swept up by a current or in deep waters. The sand is pretty soft. It's not the cleanest, softest sand, but it's pretty soft and it does feel very beachy. The water is pretty clear and pretty clean for what I can tell when I've been there with my kids, which is several times. And there's no motorized boats on this lake, so it makes it even more safe and calm. And in the wintertime, when all the water is gone, this is like a big bowl that people come and sled down. So it's used year round. There's walking paths. You can camp with your camper around the lake as well. So it's such a great spot. All right, up next, my favorite neighborhood, which is right behind and around that Rigby Lake. Now, these houses are set back away from the street, which I like. They're far away from the neighbors, but you still have neighbors. And they're on an acre, 2, 3, 4 acres. So you've got these big lots and big houses. In fact, this house right here that I'm passing way back there is a 6,000 square foot house on just over 2 acres. It's got a shop with like an apartment above the shop. It is a dream. There's a pond back there, walking paths. It's absolutely stunning. In fact, I have a short where I'll show some parts of the inside of that house. It was for sale in July 2023, and it is still for sale in October 2024. So if you see this video and you're interested in that house, let me know because I can do a full video tour for you, or when you come visit, I would be happy to show you. It is just over $1 million, but man, it is worth it because not a detail was spared in that amazing home. And in this neighborhood, you can just tell with all these mature trees and the way that people care for their area, but yet it's so peaceful and calm, and you're right by Rigby Lake. I love this neighborhood so much. So if you're on the high-end real estate market looking for $1 million property, give me a call because this is a really great neighborhood to check out. Rigby also has newer developments that are up and coming throughout the city. And I will have to show that in another video as I recorded this over a year ago. There is more homes that have come up that are still on an acre, sometimes more, that are beautiful and brand new in newer subdivisions and even gated communities. I'll be happy to show those another time as well. But just for now, let's just check out this amazing neighborhood as we go for just a little bit longer until we go and see that park, which I call the Pirate Park. Another thing I love about this area is that Rigby wants to keep the integrity of this small town. And so as we drive over to the Pirate Park, which I think it's actually called South Rigby Park, maybe, you'll see all of these really long country roads lined with trees that just seem like they go on forever. This is very typical Rigby. A lot of space here, very much in the country. And so if you're looking for less congestion, check out Rigby. I had to stop and take a video of this beautiful field because I thought it was stunning. And I hope you enjoy it too. Okay, my friends, last but not least, we are driving to, I believe it's called South Rigby Park. I don't actually know. My kids always called it the Pirate Park. But as we're driving this road, you can kind of see the freeway in the back. And as I turn, if you continue on that road, you will hit the freeway. And that is how you head south to Idaho Falls. This whole area is the park that people love in Rigby. This is where your farmer's market will be that Rigby has on its own. And there's also the rodeo is here every year, and they have other activities as well, but then it's open to family activities and for kids to play and sports and things like that. And here is the best part of the park. You've got this cave area, so it's formed like a rock mountain, but you can also go inside of it and it's cave. There's the pirate ship, these little jungle gyms to play on. I don't know exactly what they're called. And then those slides back there is actually quite tall, and my kids love going down those twirly slides is what we call them. And then the rest of the park is just full of green grass, tons of trees, perfect for a hammock or a picnic or time with friends and family, and then another field for soccer, baseball, what have you. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions about Rigby, Idaho, or the surrounding areas, and I'll be happy to help. We'll see you next time. Bye.